this is Kalies from Creatives Leben, and today I wanted to do another Zine. I love the little Zines. I love that you have a little booklet, that it's easy to do. Um, and I know what I want to do. I have decided to take the topic of Africa. I wanted to create a little African Zine because I love Africa, and I decided just to go with the colors of Africa. So some earthy tones, um, lot of yellow and gold and orange and brown. And actually, it's more the savannah that you will see. So that's why it's not very green. The jungle obviously would be greener, but this is what I had in mind. I have some lovely stamps that I wanted to use. I also have a stencil that you will see later on. So I'm basically creating my background, smearing around, not thinking too much. And I'm taking some stamps, as I said, and is some script stamps and also some um, prints that I have with African animal prints. So you see here the giraffe, I think, and then some footprints. I really love these stamps, and I just felt that they would work very well with my little Zine. So I have cut everything and folded everything, and I'm not showing it to you because I have done that in previous videos, but um, yeah, I will. I could probably try to link my other Zine videos to it. But here, basically, what I'm trying to do, the problem I personally have with Zines is I'm using not too thick a paper, but obviously it needs to be thick enough because I don't want it to warp too much. I want to be able to absorb some water, so I have to find a good compromise. And the issue I have is when I fold it, there are parts that are cut and that are not glued. And I feel that because the pages are folded, they don't match automatically, and you can be very neat. It's very difficult anyway. So the way I do it, I take tissue paper or I take my napkins and I fold it across so that it glues everything together and there is no break between the two pages. So that's the way I'm doing it. And basically, one of the other reasons, so I told you I used the topic of Africa because I have some wonderful stamps, but also because I have some wonderful napkins. And I have these wonderful women here, and I have these animal ones, and I have here the trees, these African trees. And therefore, I'm just gluing everything down and just trying to connect both sides together. To make sure that there is that every page is well together, and then you can flip through and you don't have any issues. So here I'm quite good, and here the challenge is I have to wait for everything to be. So I'm going also with some color tissue paper in brown. But here I have to wait a little bit as well because everything is very sticky because I'm using my matte medium and it sticks everything together, and I have to be careful that the pages don't stick together. So usually I connect everything together and then I wait before I go to the next step. So here you see me, I'm looking on top of it to see where I need to add some tissue paper. I think this is the last bit. So my little booklet is done, and now what I'm trying to do is to bring everything together. So the different napkins have to come together, and you don't have to think, oh, this is not the same napkin, it doesn't fit, it doesn't go well. And therefore I am just I'm using a very thin brush, and I'm sorry that you see my head from above. I'm just going in and I'm just trying to create a bottom and one common background, sky. And here the issue was that I had elephants and giraffes and I had to hide them away. So it was a mirror and I just wanted to have one giraffe and one elephant. So I'm I'm just trying to remove everything that doesn't belong there, but also making sure that you can see my elephant and my giraffe. And somehow this page is the page probably I like the least. I work quite hard on this one, but somehow something doesn't work, for me at least. It's weird because you will see me, so here obviously I'm going to take some paint and paint on top of the giraffe and on top of the elephant, just following everything, and you can't do anything wrong, right? But I obviously did. I don't know what exactly, because I did a cheetah from scratch, and my cheetah is much nicer than my little elephant and my giraffe. And I don't know really why, because, what could go wrong? I mean, everything has the right size and is at the right place. Maybe it's the eye of the elephant that doesn't go where it should be. The colors, I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. But I'm working on it very, very hard, doing my best to incorporate everything together, going into the trees with a very thin brush. Because what I try to do is I try to make everything disappear that is the napkin. So I take the napkin as my base, but I paint on top of it, so it looks like I have painted everything. It's a little bit like cheating, I know, but that's the way it is. It makes my life easier, and if you want to do the same, it would make your life easier as well. So I'm going in. I'm really struggling with this page. I mean, I'm still not very happy about how it looks like. The other page with the two women is lovely. You will see me draw my cheetah. I really like my cheetah as well. This page doesn't work. So the struggle I have with Zines in general is you have to wait for one page to be dry before you can do the other, which makes sense. So here I'm trying to do one side so I don't have to close my booklet, my little Zine, and I am trying to make sure everything belongs together and looks like it's one background. So here I'm taking out the lioness that I have here on the left, and I'm creating some bottom, so to say, because I'm going to put my cheetah here. So there will be the lioness, and I'm drawing the cheetah just next to her. And this page works so much better for me. I'm drawing here a sun, because I felt that we needed a sun, and it looks wonderful. And here are some little birds that I had also in my on the napkin, basically. So that looks good, and I apologize for the sun. Sometimes I paint and I don't see what happens around me, and this is the case with the sun here. I was so focused on painting this cheetah. So basically I'm laying down first the very light brown, so the ochre. It's just, making sure I follow the painting or the drawing I did underneath with my pencil. And then I go down with some big blobs of paint. So the white I put down, and I put down the yellow ochre. And then I start now going in with some black and some brown to give it some more dimension. I want it to be more tri-dimensional. Also, the face, I'm going in and creating the eyes and the snout, and somehow, it looks better than the elephant, and I don't know if I should have taken another elephant and try to paint like a proper elephant, not just do it like the way I did it. I tried to create some shadows, but somehow it didn't work. So here, once I have all the big color blobs at the right place, I decide to add the dots of the fur, And you can see they're not all the same size. Interesting enough, on the top they're much thinner, and on the white part they are bigger. That is at least the way I saw it. And I'm making sure that my cheetah really stands out, so that's why I'm putting down some orange. And then I am going in with my pick pen, my black pick pen around it, so to make sure that it stands out well and it's very black. So this is what I'm doing. You can see my elephant and my giraffe, trying to do the same here, hoping that it will resolve my issue, but it didn't. And here my ladies, they're wonderful. Well, I didn't do very much. I just painted on top of them as I did for the elephant and the giraffe. And yeah, that looks more or less good. The only thing that is missing is something in the front, and I've decided to put some paint. So I'm waiting to see that everything is dry, and now I'm going in with a stencil that I bought in South Africa, and I'm going with some golden paste. And I really love this lady here, and I'm writing down Africa, obviously, because that's the topic of my little zines. And that's it, basically. That's what I like about design. You have a little booklet and it's going very fast. And here you will have some close-ups. So this is my little cheetah. As I told you, I like it very much. And also my front page with my African queen. And this is Africa written in German. And I hope you liked it. Bye-bye.